Good morning, and thank you for tuning into the Smart Locks Instagram. Make sure you click the link in the bio, like, subscribe. You know what to do. Make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel. We need the followers. We're trying to get to 1,000 by the end of the year. We're getting there slowly but surely, but definitely subscribe. So, this morning, I want to touch bases on something that's been bothering me since last night. And it's, I keep seeing these posts that say, before we can talk about, well, I ain't even gonna say that. It just keeps saying shit like, what about black on black crime? What about black on black crime? And it's pissing me off because why are we talking about black on black crime? Like, this guy was killed by a white man. The black man was killed by a white man. So where does the conversation of black on black crime even come up? People are saying, before we can deal with the cops, we got to deal with black on black crime. That's bullshit, okay? Black on black crime is just like white on white crime. It's never going to stop. It's not going anywhere, okay? You kill what you're around, okay? So the reason that there is a myth of black on black crime is because most of the crime that goes on is in the more poorer communities with less opportunities for black people, period. So, yeah, is niggas getting robbed and shit like that? Is it a little dirty down there? Absolutely. But for you to try to switch the narrative from a police officer, a white police officer, killing a black man to, we need to talk about black on black violence. Nigga, this is the wrong time to talk about black on black violence. You didn't want to talk about black on black violence before George Floyd was killed. You don't want to talk about black on black violence before Ahmaud Arbery was killed. But now all of a sudden, we got black people lightweight coming to the aid of the white cop. Like, no, why are we getting on this white cop? What about black on black crime? Man, fuck that shit. If you don't know, if you don't know the reality behind black on black crime, then you shouldn't be talking about it. Because it's not just a black on black thing. It's more of a systematic oppression type thing. More of a, once again, redlining what part of the city you live in type thing. Before you can just, say it, black on black crime, we need to stop that. That'll never stop. Just like white on white crime will never stop. But you never hear about white on white crime. Why? Because, once again, they're both bullshit. There's no such thing as black on black crime. There's no such thing as white on white crime. It's just something that they made up, for us to digest, and now we use it as rhetoric when it really doesn't exist. There's really no such thing. Okay, we kill what we're around. Black people kill other black people because we're around other black people. Period. But going back to George Floyd and him dying in custody of the police, and then we also have them rioting in Minneapolis. As of last night, I seen that they've set fire to their third police precinct. And, kudos to them. Shit, I hope, listen, do what you got to do until they make a fucking change, man. I didn't know that Minneapolis was one of the most corrupt police things in Minnesota. I didn't know they were one of the most corrupt police departments in the nation. So now that you do know that, then we do know that what they're doing is what's needed, because they're in a place where obviously the police are corrupt, okay, and they don't care too much about what happens to the black citizens in the community. So hopefully this rioting and them tearing this bitch up and burning that bitch down will get them to change some policies. We can go all the way back to the Boston Tea Party, to us rioting back then. Don't act like rioting doesn't change the future, because it can, okay? And unfortunately, you got to go through the bad to get to the good sometimes. You got to go through the storm to get to the sunshine. And right now, we just trying to weather this storm to get to the sunshine. Or those are individuals in Minnesota and Minneapolis are trying to weather the storm to get to the sunshine. But please, because I feel like the reason that we can't come together as a black community is because we do have individuals out there who are just, I don't know. I feel like sometimes they're just they're just brainwashed maybe, or maybe they're just sheep, or maybe they just have like white wives or white husbands or something, or white relatives or some shit to where, you know, they give a white perspective. Because when I see people talk about what about black on black crime, that sounds like some shit a white person would say. You know what I mean? I'm just saying. It just sounds like something that a white person would be like, oh, what are you talking about? What about black on black crime? But it's niggas saying that. It's black people out here actually saying that after George Floyd has been murdered by a white cop and they're looting and rioting in Minneapolis. So the question you have is, what about black on black crime? Well, let's leave that shit alone. Okay, and let's focus on white on black crime. Let's focus on police killing black people. Let's focus on that first, because honestly, black on black crime, like I stated, it's not going anywhere. I don't give a fuck what you say, what post you put up. That shit's not going nowhere, because until there are more opportunities and more things in the community that black people, young black men, can take advantage of, just like the, you know, young white man can in their communities. You know, they play tennis and they go, you know, they go swimming, and they, you know, they can do, you know, they playing polo and they riding bikes and shit. Niggas ain't doing that in the hood. Unfortunately, we don't have those resources. You know what I mean? So once again, you know, we in the streets, we still hustling. You know, we still trying to get money. We still selling drugs and shit. Why? Because once again, there's still no opportunities in the hood. And I'm not gonna sit back and be like, oh, you shouldn't do what, you shouldn't sell this, and you should, man, listen, do what you gotta do to support your motherfucking family. That's the bottom line. They do it. They cut our throats, they kill us, they fucking fire us. They do whatever the fuck they gotta, they do whatever they wanna do to us to make sure that they good. So we need to start doing whatever the fuck we need to do to them to make sure we good. Okay? Stop being so motherfucking compassionate and stop, you know, being so soft. Like, we soft. Like, this Martin Luther King that made niggas soft. That's how I look at it. Niggas is really trying to turn their other cheek. Nigga, I'm done turning. Ain't nobody turning the other cheek no more, man. It's too, niggas 2020. I'm done turning my cheek, nigga. I am. I don't know about you, but I'm done turning my cheek. And as you can see in Minneapolis, look like they done turning their cheek too. I mean, because it just, after a certain amount of time, you just have to say, you know what, I'm fed up. You know what I'm saying? I'm fed up. You know, he died for nothing. You know what I mean? That guy had his knee on his neck for 9 minutes, man. 9 minutes. And not one brother or sister thought about running up and pushing the cop off of him, throwing a rock at them niggas. They could have started throwing rocks at them niggas. And they would have eventually got up off old boy, because they were like, God damn, quit. You know what I mean? But we so scared, you know what I'm saying, that we don't say shit, but what about black on black crime? That's how shook niggas is. So they're talking about the cop killing the black guy, you want to turn it, well, what about black on black crime? Shut the fuck up. Please, shut the fuck up with that black on black crime shit. All right? This is a white on black crime. So let's discuss it. Let's discuss reality. Okay, let's not discuss the bullshit that you fake niggas want to talk about, because in my opinion, that's some fake nigga shit. And to go even a step further, that's why niggas can't come together. That's why we can't stand as a unit. That's why we can't stand unified, because you got niggas like, you know, out there talking about black on black crime. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, while we're standing over here talking about how, you know, this white man has killed another brother, we got niggas out there like, what about black on black crime? That's why we can't come together as a fucking community, because we got niggas out there thinking that they're better than other niggas. Like, we're all like, oh, you're better than me because you're thinking about black on black crime. That, where did that even come from? Who the fuck? Why the fuck would you even say that at a time like this? That's some white boy shit. That's some white people shit. And if you black and you saying that shit, then you got some you got some white in you somewhere, nigga. You got some mayonnaise in you somewhere, nigga. You need to check yourself and figure out where that mayonnaise is coming from, okay? Because we don't want to hear that shit. And I'm posting this shit to Facebook too, because there's a couple niggas on Facebook that need to hear this shit too, because y'all niggas some suckers if y'all talking about black on black crime. And I know some of you niggas personally, and I can say some of you niggas is suckers, because I know you niggas personally, and I know you niggas is suckers. So take it how you want to take it, nigga. You can leave a comment, I don't give a fuck. But all this black on black crime shit, cut that shit out, man. Cut that shit out, man. Cut it out, okay? Because these white cops is killing us. It's not black cops killing us, it's white cops killing us. Thanks for tuning into the Smarlix Instagram. Make sure you guys subscribe, man. Subscribe. We got new episodes up every week, every Thursday. So, yeah, I see you then. Peace.